All right, so let's start right at the middle of the mat, and you can start with the toes just turned out and just come right up onto the ball of the foot just to warm up right in through the feet and in through the calves. And then let your weight shift to that side. So you're coming up. Yeah. And then come up, so you're going to come right onto the top of the toe and do a little bend. So we're going to come into the shin. I'm pressing over the toe, just making a hook. And then let the weight actually really shift. So come over. And again, get that bend of the toe just in time. Bend and push. And now keep that bend and press into the top of the foot. Lengthen right out from the side. Let the shoulder come back. And then circle the arm back. Look back. A little bit of weight on here, but still more of a rise. And the palm is turned up. And then you're just going to take that arm out. And you reach. And then you come up again. I'm still on the top of the toe, so I'm still going to bend onto that top and get the bend in the knuckle of that toe. And then you come back out and reach. Now just a point to the top of the toe. It's actually the bottom top, if you know what I mean. So you're going right to the edge of the big toe. And then one more time, get a reach out and touch and get that length right out from the side of the waist. And now we'll come over to the other side. So we're pointing, coming on, hooking onto the toe. Take this arm up, get a good reach. Lengthen out from the side waist. And then just reach out and come up again and hooking over. Get lengthened right out from the side of the waist. And then reaching again. This time a point on the bottom of the toe. So you're getting right at the toe, nail top. And then one more time, reaching. Get long right through the side of the waist, the arm in line with the ear as you get that reach. Needle up, and then you can come back. Now we'll turn from side to side, just turning. And well, do this one, hold on. Come back up, open through the chest, and let the palm come back as you lift from the rib cage, gazing up, opening. And then you can come back. Now we'll shift from side to side, get a reach out. Now you can do the arms reaching out and then come into your step from side to side. Keep the chest open and then do pulses back with the palms. And keep the arms just a little lower than the shoulders. Now you can take the arms pushing forward and then back, forward and back. In your forward motion, turn the palms up to the ceiling. Yeah, getting warmed up right through the shoulders. And keep the rib cage lifted. Pressing. Chest is open. Now you want to really feel that the shoulder blades are pressing back. So you'll notice that the arms are not too high so that you can keep the shoulder blade area open. But what I'm really doing is getting a strong press through the shoulder blade area. So that, pardon me, so that you get a little bit of squeeze back there. And that'll keep the neck more open. Okay, now we're going to take the arm up and then press down, up and press. Lift, opening through the chest. And then we'll bring those movements together. So now we'll go up, down, and then press out and forward. Up, down, press out and forward. Up, down, press forward and back. Up, down, forward and back. Up, down, forward and back. Lift, press and back. Lift, press and back. Lift, press and back. Lift, press and back. Two more, lift, two more. Press and back, last one. Lift, down, press and back. Now we'll keep the arms pressing back. And then I want you to do a lift to the side. So you're lifting and forward and press with the arms, 2 and other side. And lift, bend that supporting leg, lift, come across from the hip as the arm presses back. Breath. Good, now to the other side for 2, and coming up, and lift, and coming up. Again, bending that supporting leg. Now let the arms come back. So it's a press, and you're opening through the rib cage, lift, lift, coming up, back, lift, lift, up. Now keep the do the second one as a kick. So you're coming up, lift and up, lift and up, lift, up, lift, up. 2 more of these, lift, up, lift. Now come back to side, just let the arms shake out. Roll open the shoulders, get way back at the shoulder blades, and then come on forward. Good. Now you can take one arm coming across, so you reach and reach. Get a twist right through the torso, and then take that arm across, reach, reach. And now you can draw that arm up, and up. Still get that turn right through the side of the body. Push and push. Touching back with the ball of the foot, and push, push. Extend that arm out. Now keeping tall through the ribs here. Get the arm coming up higher, and then do a shift from side to side, coming right into a sideways stretch. Coming up, lift and lift. Now we'll keep this leg out, turn to the left, come up onto the back toe, rise through the arms, and then just a half a bend down as you keep the ribs lifted. Now you can take the arms down and reach and lift. Bending that back knee down, lift, up, lift, up. Now 2 more. Now you can keep this weight low and then do little pulses, keeping the knee driving down as opposed to a forward lunge. So when you're coming very vertical, ribs lifted, chest open. Now let the elbows pulse back. So you're opening right through the front shoulder. The pulse is quicker than the legs as you press. A little tricky. And 2 more. And last one. Okay, take the right leg forward. Step the left leg back. Get your lift from your rib cage. Again, just halfway down, bending low as opposed to the lunge. Keep the ribs lifted. Keep the back knee coming down. Opening through the chest. Breath, breath, elbows out, pulsing. Tiny bit lower. Breath, breath, speed with the arms. And again, the rib cage is lifted, so you really keep the chest open. Rise, breathing, fantastic. Breath, good, 2 more. And now you can come back up. Now we're gonna do a step back, a step forward, and a lift. So it's step back, step forward, and lift. Open through the chest, sorry, come forward, up. So it's down, sorry about that, touch, lift, coming up, back, together, lift, and back, together, lift, back, up, lift, open through the chest. Do this a little bit quicker, coming up, back, lift, back, up, forward. Get the rise to the rib cage, keeping the chest up. Last one, coming up. Now bring both knees high. So you're just doing a lift, opening, let the knee lift high. Now let the ankle come across. So you're opening through the hip, breath, right across, Excellent. Press the arms out, then up, out, and up. Lift. Keep the elbows at the same height as the shoulders. Tiny bit lower, just to make sure the neck stays long. And up. Excellent. Okay, we're going to the other side. Now we take the left leg back, together and up, and back, together and lift. Rise from the ribs, up, press, lift, back, together, up, and back, together, lift, up, lift, up, lift, up, back, together, lift, rising from the ribs. Good, bending that back knee low as you come back. And 3, ribs lifted, breath, up, back, and lift. Come back to that ankle coming across, and then come back to the under and the over. Ankle comes high, and across, lift. Excellent, excellent. Get high with that ankle. Now, just the ankles coming across. Cross over here, do a double count. Up, cross, lift, and cross. Lift up from the ribs, up, and cross, lift, up. Again, keep the rib cage lifted. Up, 2 more, up, lift, up. Now side to side, kick it out, coming right across, and let the arms reach out. Extend, extend, opening through the chest and ribs. See if you can get a little bit of a lean coming across as you get over. For 4, breath, 2, come back to emerge. Come back to the rise of the heel and hand, heel coming up, and then we'll take the heel to the hand and keep the chest up. Lifting, excellent. Breathing, good, up. That's it, up, lift. Now we'll bring the heel back, so come back, come into touch, lift, and up. Do a plunge in between. So you're doing a tiny plie. The knees bend forward as opposed to out though. And lift. Good, now take the body across, up, reach. Get that heel high. Now you can come to the front for 2. Here we go, lift up, 2, and back. Breath. Up, breath, back, and back. Lift, lift, back, and back. Up, up, back, and back. Lift, up, back. For 2 more. Lift, up, back. Last round. Lift, lift, back, and back. Now you can come right into wide legs. Just before we get the dumbbells, you can turn your toes out, come into your press, and coming back up. The arms come up, and then you press and lift and press. Keep the knees turned out, breathing strongly, up. You can keep your breath in and out. Doesn't need to be at a particular moment. You can just keep the breathing rhythm steady and up. Now you can keep the legs low, get the knees turned out, keep the ribs long so you're not rounded down. And then step the left leg a little further out. Do your shift with the hips coming down low. So you come on into the inner thighs. Now we're going to do a touchdown, come across and cross, press and press, press, out. Good, reaching. We're going to take a 10-second heart rate count. So 4, 3, no we're not, sorry, I don't have my watch. Okay, we'll keep going. Get that reach. Okay, we're gonna get the reach out. So come over and across. Keep the hips low as you reach out. Now we do 4 and 3 and 2. And now we take the arms up. So it's a lift, and then we do a bend, and a bend, and a lift. So it's up, down, down, lift, up, down, down, and lift. Get a good reach. Get a good low plunge, up, plunge, lift, low, up. Excellent, lift. Good, down, up. Breath, lifting, up. 4 more of these. 2, and reach. Low, and up. Here's our last one. Down, and up. The arms stay up, and you turn the palms to the ceiling. You come into a side reach, and the knees are bending. You come low, and you come into the side reach. Come over for 2, and over for 2. Get the elbow back, now get lower. Over, 2, reach for 2. Up, lengthen, reach, and open. Turn the heel of the hand up to come right out of the side waist. And also feel free to grab a dumbbell on this one. You can actually use the dumbbell to come up and out, which I'm going to demonstrate now. So you can either keep this rhythm going, or you can take the dumbbell up. I would recommend using a 5-pound, toes are turned out. Lift from your rib cage, come up, 2, and over 2. Now I'm getting the legs down wider to come right out from the side hip, to get into the core, coming out. Keep the elbows reaching, wow, up, right out from the side. Lengthen, getting that reach for 4 and 3, elbows back. Keep the hips low. And now we're going to come into a single, coming across and then out and down, and cross and out and down. Reach and up and out and lift and 4. Rise high, so you get right from the side of the waist. Let's do 1 more. Lift, coming up, stay to that side and do a plunge from your hip, not from your arm. You come over, shoulders back, rise up and out. And now we take that arm across. Reach and then out. And across and out. Good, reach and out. Cross and out. 4, cross, out. 3, keep the rib cage lifted, get this arm extending out. Turn in the direction of the palm. Now we take this arm out. We come back up, come into the side, rise and press, lift and press, open and press, reach and press, up and press for 4, breath, beautiful long reach. Barely any weight on this hand, more like orienting so you get some stability just in case. Now this arm comes across, you take it to the side, you're coming up, bending out, lift, bending. Turn this toe out so you're at 45 degrees, lift and out. Come out from the side waist, get a really good reach from here. Breathing steadily, up, lift, excellent, and lift, and fantastic, and lift, and 4, 3, beautiful, breath. Okay, here we go. This arm comes up, do a pulse, reaching out, good. Then now you've got a good stretch. Now we can take the arm across. Just wanted to add that in. Reach out, come across, reach out, right across. Keep the hand at the same height as the elbow, which is at the same height as the shoulder coming out. Get across, reach, ribs up, open, breath, reach, coming across, and out, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last one across. Come on back up, get your lift, bend, and up, bend, rise, coming out, get the lift, and out, up, and out, lift, coming out, rise, coming out, lift, and out, up, and 4, and lift, and 3, and right up, and last one, lift, and now you can grab the other dumbbell. We're gonna come from there right into tricep. You can have the elbows together, or very close rather, and the palms pressing together. Lift from the ribs, come into your full straightening of the arms, and rise. Keep the elbows snug into the head, so you keep the tricep wide straight. Now, make sure you're lifting right from the body. So when I say that, sometimes we'll do this. We'll kind of like dump the hips forward, but see if you can press into the legs. Keep the rib cage lifted. So you've got that space in between the belly button and the ribs. And then that way you'll have much more open breath as well. And again, the elbows stick really close to the body. Keep the breathing constant. And excellent. Breath. And up. And breath. Full extension. Breath. Good. And 8. Keep the elbows in snug. Breathing steadily. Good. Excellent. And 3. Breath, ribs in. Good. Let's just do 3 more. Breath. Again, keep the elbows in close to the body. Keep the chin back slightly to keep the neck long. Take the arms to the outside. Press and rise. Again, the dumbbells are always just slightly in front of the shoulders. Otherwise, there can be a bit too much pressure in the joint, and it can cause an impingement in the shoulder joint. So we're going to do 8 more. Rise. Breath. Fully extend. Reach. Good. Core is strong. Rise. 3. Might have done an extra 2. Good. Last one. One more set of triceps. Keep the elbows in. Rise. If you feel like you're getting tired because of the overhead, please come to bicep curl. Okay, we're going to do 6 more of these. Elbows are in. Lift. Breath. Keeping the arms overhead is a lot more taxing. The heart has to push a little harder. Blood pressure rises. So it can be a bit much after as many reps as we've done. Last one. Breath, bicep curl, everybody. I'm going to take both dumbbells. Keep the elbow pinned in. So if you do not have enough weight, it's a bit of a grip challenge, but you can do the double bicep. Yes, there are 2 muscles in the bicep. You want to keep the elbow pinned in. Keep the chest open. Keep the rib cage lifted. Grab some water if you need it. You can even keep going. And also, make sure the form is very robotic. It's a rise and a lower. So there isn't too speedy of a lowering. You've got nice control like a drawbridge coming down. And again, the wrist stays straight. Keep the rib cage lifted. We've got 8. And breath. Elbows pinned in. Good. Shoulders back. Also, make sure the chin does stay back a little bit. There is a tendency to come forward. 1 more. Breath. Here we go, other side. Keep that elbow pinned in. Shake out the wrist. Wrist circles on this side. Elbow pinned in. Good. Shoulders back. Excellent. Excellent. strong and open. Good, elbow in. That's it, head is back. Space. This is always an opportunity to work on the long, tall posture. Remembering when the shoulders are back, the chest is not popped. So just the shoulders down and back. Breathing steadily. Again, nice control, lowering as you come down. Breath. And good, we've got 8. Again, the elbow stays pinned in. Keeping the breathing rhythm constant in and out. Beautiful, nice control. Good, I think we've got 3. And lift. Again, the elbow stays pinned in. And breath. And last one. And breath. Okay, now the elbows come to the outside. The first one is this one. We're coming right through the outer elbow. And we're coming through the back of the arm tricep. You can see we're coming back slightly, keeping the rib cage lifted as you press the elbows back slightly, keeping the rhythm steady. Keep the palms turned in, chest lifted. Press the feet down. That just helps to draw the tailbone down so you don't arc the back. Feel like you're making imprints in sand in the floor. Elbows back a little speedier now. Lift and breath and breath and breath. Excellent. Breath. Good. A little faster. Up and up. Still control to not swinging. And up and up. Again, back sitting arms forward. Breath. Breath. Last one. Okay. Now we're going to come down to all fours. Have your left arm holding on to the dumbbell for the dumbbell row. Your right hand slightly ahead of your shoulder, not right under. Then you take that left arm back, lift, and keep the elbow bent. And then come back up and lower, and lift, and lower, and up, and lower, and breathing, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. And now let's take the other side. Left hand a little further forward. Coming up and lift. Get that elbow facing back. And lift. And up. Lift. Breath. Breath. And up. Nice controlled lowering as you get down. And 3. And breath. And 1. Fantastic. Now we're going to take the dumbbell just to the inside of the knee. And you're going to hook the dumbbell in so the toes will come up. Do a rise to here, and then do a little pulse up. Press your right foot down, and you can see it's a very small movement. We're just going about 6 inches. Now the contraction is right in through the buttock, also of course hamstring. Now we take the right arm down, elbow, left hand to the outside to balance. Come a little bit higher, tuck in, and then do that range. Keep the nestling in of the dumbbell by keeping the heel pulled in snug. Keep that right foot pressing down. The core is strong. And we've got 4, breath, breath, and 1. Now hold up high as you can, that you can keep the contraction and you can keep that dumbbell from sliding out. Now do another 10 and lift. Coming deeper into the buttock, and the right foot is pressing down. Keep the heel pulled in, that'll help to contract, and I'm sorry it's going to create tightness in the hamstring, but you're also going to get a deeper contraction than you can normally get. And 2 and 1, okay. Bend that lovely leg down, take the dumbbell forward, and then we're going to come into a cat round, not a dog tilt, just a cat round. Press the tops of the feet down. You're looking back, and you want to create space in between the shoulder blades here. Okay, now we're going to take that dumbbell to the right leg and get the heel tucked in tight. So we start on all fours. Get that heel in tight. Come up just about this range, and then come into the lift and lift, keeping the heel nice and tight. The left foot presses down into the floor strongly for balance. And also make sure the shoulders are down so you're not like this. forward, make sure the back stays long. And then we come up a little bit higher, keep that heel in tucked, and lift, and lift. Again, keep the heel pulled in tight. Breath, keep the core strong, so you're turning the belly button down to the floor. That helps you isolate the buttock even more. And now we take that left arm down, right arm out to the side like an udder on that side. Come up higher, get that heel in tight. Come into your range. Again, it's only about 5 inches. It's quite a contracted, isolating range, so you can get into the top deep buttock. And you lift and lift. And even doing this without the weights, with the heel tucked in, if you don't have the right weight, which I meant to tell you in the beginning, still get that isolation in through the buttock. And pull from the heel in as you get that height. Come up high, high, high. Pulse. And again, reach that knee away as well as up as you rise. And breath. And breath. Good. Take that knee down. Surrender the dumbbell. And take it right out to the side. Come into your cat round. Round and look back in between the knees. Press the tops of the feet down. Okay, that's wonderful. Now from here, we're going to come into breath of joy. You can have your legs in front, of course, if kneeling is a little bit too much for the knees. And we'll go for 27 pumps. Taking the arms to the outside and breathing in. Good, and rest, 3 regular deep breaths. So reminder, breath of joy, inhale, exhale, propel the arms up. It's a throw. You don't throw up, but you throw up. And you want the arms to come up. The hands are so joyous, but it's a real, So it's kind of like, I won the lottery, I won it again. And you just keep that extension. And on the exhale, that's when you really pull the core in. Coming for another round, 27, breathing in. Rest. Keep the rib cage back. Keep your chin back slightly. Keep the chest open. Excellent. This is your collecting of all the energy that you've just increased in your body. And here we go, another round, 27, breathing in. Keep your body just in a very still moment. And this again is a chance to, if you've ever pressed the bellows, to get a fire, the kindling going. It's like we've just raised the Kundalini energy in the base of the spine, and now we're letting it flame. And this is a chance to be still and feel all the effects of all the movements you've done so far. So take a few deep breaths here to let your body feel any stimulation. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, taking the hands behind. Interlace the fingers and get a good rise from the rib cage. And if the legs are in front, that's great too. And then you want to send the shoulders down. And then for those that do have the legs in front, you can come up onto the feet and press the feet in the floor and come into your tabletop lift. For those that could be down this way, press into the palms and lift the rib cage. Open through the chest. And then if you can, lift the tailbone out. Open through the quads. Now let's walk the knees apart, feet apart to come into a fuller stretch of the foot. And you're letting your shoulders come forward. Keep pressing into the palms as you rise and lift. And then you can come on all the way down. Now come into your rise from here, lift from the rib cage, and then turn and open to the right and keep the shoulders back. Here we go to the left. Do a good lift, a good breathing and in and out and opening through the nose. With a big deep breath. One more time. turning, open, breath. And then here we go, last one. Open. Okay, and now you can come down. Now we'll come to all fours. So let's take a moment if the legs are in front to get into all fours position. Taking the left leg straight out, reach the right arm out. Now take the left leg to the outside and then across to the right. This movement is really controlled. Get a good reach out and over to the right. Keep the core in, reach, and over to the right, and reach, and over to the right, and reach, and over to the right. Now, keep that leg up. Take the arm to the side, so I've got it just out here, shoulders back. Do your pulse up, and keep pressing your right foot down. Now, get the heel in pretty close, not as close as before, but it's like you have a tray on your foot, and you're bringing it right to the ceiling. And you're pushing and pushing, squeezing in through the buttock as you raise. Attempt to keep pulled up here so there's not as much weight on the wrist. And anybody, if the wrist is just getting like yikes, come on down this way. Still have this hand, here it is, coming behind, and do your wrist a favor by letting there be no weight on it and let the weight go through the whole forearm as you do your lift. Good, if you're down on the wrist, or sorry, the elbow, take the right arm out to the side, and then we take the knee to the outside and push out. I'm gonna come back up. This is a very strong isolation of the outside hip. Now, to change this variation, I want you to have your knee high, but try not to turn your body to the side. Keep your body down as much as you can, and then turn straight. That's when your body goes fully straight. And turn to the outside, and then fully straight, and lift. And I noticed that Jane Fonda just came back out with her old very first video with her legs up in the air. Doesn't sound right, but leg warmers on. She's doing a V-sit. And I don't know where I saw it. Maybe it was posted somewhere, but this is very Jane Fonda-like, but what's different is they were doing this. They were going like, not knowing that that kind of a swing doesn't really allow for a full contraction. That understanding didn't come till later. And you get a full extension out. Now we do 8 more of these. Pardon me. Get the knee as high as you can and get a good push out. Really reach. Fully straighten. Push and push. And push. And one more. Coming up. And then push down. Okay, beautiful child's pose back. Get the arms coming forward. Release the weight of the forehead down. Stay with your breathing. Great. And then you can come on back up to all fours. Okay, here we go. We are going to extend the right leg out. Take the left arm up. Reach that heel out. Come across and then across and over. Reach out and across. Try to keep the core from moving. It can be pretty like flying a kite. You want to keep the heel reaching out. Extend this arm out. Wonderful reach. 2 more, getting that leg as straight as you can. Reaching and reaching. Take the arm back. Now we take that knee to the outside and then extend. And outside. And extend. And out. And extend the leg straight. Out. And extend. Coming out. And extend. Reach. Now we come down with that hand. Better control to get a really strong reach out. Pull out. Really strong reach. And out. And reach. And out. And reach. Out. Good control. Out. And again, this might be where you're down on the elbow. You would take the right elbow down, the left arm out as you balance, and reach out. I'm going to come back up. It is a very strong isolation of the outside buttock. Out and push, and out, and push, out, push, out, and push, out. Really extend the leg out. We've got 8 more. The knee is coming out. Get a good rotation. Really push, out, really push, out, push, out, push, out. Last one, out and push. And then you can take that knee down. We're going to come back into seated position, taking the legs in front. Now you can take the bum bones back. So we're going to open up through the hips here. Extend forward into a strong, tall, tiny forward bend. You're going to pull the toes back, lift the heels out. They might come off the floor, and open through the backs of the knees and the hamstrings. Active legs, reach, pull up from the thighs, extend up from the rib cage. That's it. So you're going to keep it like a staff pose. The heels are reaching out, and you are rising right from the rib cage. Make sure shoulders are free. Now you can extend the arms back, turn the palms in, point the toes, lift from the rib cage, pressing into the palms as the shoulders come forward, and keep pressing down through the feet. Feel free to do the bent leg version. Sometimes that just helps. You know, you just get more of a sense of the hips can come out. The head does come all the way back for 4 more breaths. Keep pressing into the palms in either position. Keep the tailbone reaching out. Shoulders are coming forward. Now, I'm speaking like this is a piece of cake. It's not. I've just learned how to speak under duress. And then you can gently come all the way down. Now, you can take the heels 4 inches forward. Come over the bent legs. Let your head dangle. So you're coming into a good stretch here. My back is so tight today, that's as far as I can get. So just notice if you can get a little lower. Now do a big in-breath, and then exhale and cat round. Round to the back. Shoulders are coming forward. You're making space in between the shoulder blades to get that area to expand and open. Great. Now we're going to do a roll back in this position, and you're holding on to your shins unless you need to hold on behind the knees, which is also good. So here's the position. You're going to roll back and roll all the way up. When your back is tight like mine, it can get quite flat and it's hard to round. So it's the round that gives you the rise up, and then you'll find after a few you might have cracked some of the vertebrae into place in the best way and have a little bit more of a round. Now, we're going to take the legs up, come into little boat, and release the hands. Extend. Let your chin come back. Feel free to stay in the leg version with the knees in. Keep that breath. Keep the shoulders back. Breathing is steady. Lift from the rib cage. Breath. Now you can bend the knees. Take the left hand across. The right hand, the fingers turn up. You're going to prop up, turn, rise from the ribs, and then you come back. Rotate, turn, get that lift from the rib cage, open from the chest. Okay, good. Now we're going to take the legs wide into straddle. So I want you to get a good reach out right from the heels. And you want to have the toes coming right up. And as you come out, see if you can get right to the front. So you're going to really push up with the fingertips. Now, if your legs are in like this, it's just as good. The main thing is to come up from your hip at this moment. So you're going to take this arm up and do a pulse right from the outside of the hip, coming across and across and across. Get the toes pulling back as you reach and reach and reach. And 4, breath. Breath open through the chest and the waist, and coming back up. And rising and lift and up. Again, get pulsed way out. Reach, reach, reach. Okay, and then you can come on all the way back up. Now, if you can turn the toes out more and take the hands on the insides and then knead and pull back from the inner thighs. So this area is coming back. Now you're going to pull the toes back as you reach out through the heels. Keep the rib cage lifted and then lengthen. Extend up through the arms as you pull the toes back. Press back from the rib cage. Now lift the eyes as you come up and then breathe in, exhale over with the elbow coming back. And then breath in, come all the way up. Lift from the ribs. So try not to be soft, but use the whole core as you lengthen, as you press the elbow back. Take your inhale up and over again, elbow back, and then breathing in, lift, over again. Get that reach, breathing in, lift, and again, coming over, open, and lift, and again, over, and lift. One more each side. Coming over, elbow back, lift, and then coming back in this direction. And over. Good. Now you're going to take the arm across, reach, get this arm behind, pulse over for 8, breath, ribs lifted, shoulders drop, 3, 2, and up. Come across, get that reach. Again, pull back from the toes, get up from the torso. The chin is not too high, but you're gazing ahead, 2 and 1. We take the legs straight in front, and now from here, coming into this time the knees absolutely bent. And then if you can lift from the hips, come into your dip, which I'll show quickly. Otherwise, if you need to take the hands behind, just let the elbows come back another 4 inches, bend and push up. You'll still get the isolation through the tricep line, and then maybe you could do just like a little tiny lift. And you could do that, and just do less of a bend, and that will give you a fuller range. If you can do the full tricep dip, you send the hips out, the elbows bend back, and you fully extend. And breath, lowering, and breath, and 4, breath, keeping the elbows moving back, and beautiful. Now we take the legs straight in front again, rise from the rib cage, fingertips touch, so we've got this kind of position, and you're going to pull up from the rib cage here, turn to the right as your body lengthens, come nice and tall, and over to the left, over to the left, over to the left. Okay, now you can take your hands behind. All right, now we're going to come right down, so we'll come into core, and the first thing to do is cross your ankle in front of your left. And you're going to take the ankles in, and then you're going to roll all the way up. Now, I know that's really hard to do, so what I want you to do is, if you can't do it in an ankled crossed way, please hook onto your knees to give you momentum and pull up. So we're going to do a pull back, a lift, and up. So it might be this position coming up, and then you're going to hold, let go with the hands, lift from the rib cage, keep the chin back slightly, keep the rise from the waist. Again, keep the shoulders back. Now we come back into the roll, so you're back, lift, coming up, and again, heels off the floor in your bent boat. Keep your shoulders back, keep your ribs lifted, keep the core pulling in here, go back again, back, lift, and again, keep the shoulders back, chin back, breath, pulling up from the core, lifting the rib cage. Keep the eyes just gently gazing on one spot. Here we go, back again. Lift, coming up. We've got just 10 more. I'm just kidding. We've got 2 more, lifting from the rib cage. Breath, breath. Good, last one. Lift, up, oops. Pull up from the core. Sending the knees together. Keep the shoulders back. Keep your breathing strong. Breath, and then you can gently release. Come on down onto your back. Now we'll take the arms out to the side. Take the legs straight up in the air. And now take the legs over to the left as far as you can with control. Now we're going to stay just to the left. And now we come over again, keep the knees together, reaching and back up, and reaching and back up, and reaching and back up. 2 more, and reaching and back up. Last one, reaching and back up. Excellent. Come on over to the right as I get us into position and taking the legs over. Breathing into lift. Try to keep the legs very straight as you reach. Keeping the upper body down, shoulders back. Keep the legs together, lifting and over and lift. Excellent. And back. Beautiful. Across and lift. Good, we've got 2. And across, and last one, and cross. And pull together. Keep the heels in the air. Keep the arms pressing out, palms pressing down. Pull the heels, the toes back, heels to the ceiling as you lengthen through the backs of the legs. Now hold on to the lowest part you can and pull the heels over, lengthening into the low back. You've got your bum on the floor, but it's going to come off the floor, so you're not doing the lift like a plow. So when you exhale, you actually pull the core down and in. So I'll just show you without arms. You pull down and in like this excavation here while you reach the heels up instead of doing this, just soft. Pull down, reach the heels, pull the core down. That will get you more length in through the hamstrings, backs of the legs. And you're breathing. Shoulder back, breath. Now come right into happy baby and do a lovely rock. Let the elbows bend. Great. Now let your left leg straighten. Pull that right ankle across towards your left shoulder and just hold on. Hold on to the front of the shin. Let that knee bend to the outside. Do a little rock side to side. Great. And then you can lift. Take that arm around, pull the leg in. Good. And then you can release. Come on down. Excellent. Take the left leg up. Pull that ankle across. Pull in as much as you can. And do a little rock. Let that elbow come to the outside. Then you can pull the leg across. Breath. Okay, really great. Let that left leg down. Now take the right leg up. Bend it across onto the left. Take the left hand across. Come into your spinal twist. Gaze to the right. And just let your breathing be nice and deep to open up that side of the low back. The shoulder blade is under. Feel really good in a nice deep breath. Okay, lovely. Draw that right knee in. Come on into circles. And other direction. Excellent. And then you can let that right leg down. Beautiful. Take the left leg in. Cross over to the right. Take the left arm out to the side. Gaze to your left. Nice, deep, expanding breaths. 2 more breaths. Okay, brilliant. Draw that left knee back up, pull it in nice and snug. And then pull the right knee in nice and snug. Pull the knees wide, do little pulses in the inner thighs. Good. Now then keep the knees wide. And then you can just let your heels drop. Okay, we're going to, just while I see the time, we're just going to let your upper body go. Come into a lower back press, a lower back press, pardon me. You're sending the tailbone out as you press the feet into the floor. Back is flattening. Now take the arms overhead. Reach through the fingertips and then peel the tailbone out and up as you press into the feet. Now, if you need to stretch the inner thighs or the quads, kind of top inner thighs, take that right heel in and really press it down as you tilt the tailbone out. So you're pressing, I can't even get the heel down, it's in so close. So I'm attempting to activate in through the quad. So you get more of a stretching through that right quad. The upper body is relaxing. And then you come down. Take that right foot out. Take the left foot in really, 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 really close. Press it down. Send the tailbone out. So you're still scooping away the upper body, shoulders free, and head is back slightly so the gaze is to the ceiling so you don't shorten your throat. And you've got a little gap underneath your neck. And then you gently release. And now you take both legs up in the air. It's a soft reach. So you're going to just get the upside downness. So it's very good for the circulation. And then you come on into toe circles, coming around. And other direction. And then you can just let your heel drop. Once again, stretch the arms overhead. Good, good. Reach through the fingertips. Now take the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Bend both knees over to the right. And then take that right ankle above the left knee. Pull across as you extend the leg out. Breathing. Excellent. And then you can uncross that leg. Breathe in, lift. Exhale over to the left. Take that left ankle across. Pull the right knee down. Wonderful reach. Shoulders are still back. Gaze is anywhere. You can turn a bit to the right with the gaze if you wish. Or to the ceiling. Pressing that right knee away. Now you take the right knee up. Keep that left ankle across. Flex the left ankle. Turn the knee away. Lift the upper body and pull the body in as a unit. So you're going to bend. You're going to pull the knee in. Keep the toes flexed back as that left knee presses out. And then lower the upper body. See if you can keep as tight a grip. Pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. And then release. Uncross that left leg. Recross the right. Press the right knee away. Here we go. Lift the upper body. Pull the leg in. Let your elbows bend as you get that tuck. Stay with your breathing. Okay, fabulous. And then you can let that right heel down. Great. Gently roll over to your right side. Come on right up to seated position. We'll do a little neck stretch. Any position that feels like you can have a tall back. If you need to have your legs in front, that works too. You don't have to be a hero and do cross-legged if it's just too tight in the hip flexors. So we'll take the ear right down to the side. Take the arm onto the outside of the ear that you're on, and you drop over to that side. Try to really drop down. The shoulder stays dropped too on that side. And then you breathe in, come on back up. Come on over to the other side. Come over. Lengthening. And then you can breathe in and come all the way back up. We're done. Okay. Very, very nice. I liked spending a little bit more time on repetitions of the strengthening. So I hope that felt really good. And have a great day, you guys.